Hey guys, it's Drew Schaefer, NFL News, NFL channel, whatever his channel's called. Alright, today I have not talked about the shit for some reason, and I don't know why. I guess I've just been slacking, but Trey Lance is a Cowboy, and it's been probably almost 2 weeks, so probably relevant. But I'm here to give my thoughts on the Trey Lance trade. Drafted in the first round, I believe, with the third pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, with Fields and no, I think Fields was still available. The Jaguars had the first pick. Now, obviously, the first pick was going to be Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence is just better than everybody, right? With the third pick, the San Francisco 49ers are contemplating. They have Jimmy G. But really, how long does Jimmy G have left? They're contemplating. And then they realize Trey Lance is on the board. So Trey Lance gets drafted third overall in 2021. And Trey Lance is not announced as starter. I think he was the second string. And, not too much is thought about it, because they're all like, oh, yeah, he'll get his time once Garoppolo, stops being good or, leaves or retires, gets traded, whatever. So, season, it's there. I don't think he played in his first season. He's just sitting on the bench, holding the clipboard. I don't think he was holding the clipboard, but sitting on the bench, not doing anything. So, just watching Jimmy G lead the Raiders to, I think, the championship game. Could be wrong about that. I don't remember, but, 2022 rolls around. And, no one's thinking about Trey Lance right now. Well, they are. In the 7th round of the last year's draft, in 2022, the 49ers have the last pick, Mr. Irrelevant. Nobody's watching a draft at this point, so who cares? So they just decided to go with quarterback Brock Purdy from Iowa State. Now, Iowa State quarterbacks usually don't get drafted, so this was a gutsy move, but a 7th round pick to waste on a quarterback that might not pan out, no big deal. So season rolls around, and wouldn't you know it, Trey Lance is announced to start. So he gets to start week 1 and all the season, right? That's where you're wrong. And what might have been the upset of the year, the Bears, the Chicago Bears, defeated the 49ers. And I'm talking about a 3-14 Bears team versus what would be a 14-3 Niners team that went to the NFC conference game. They lost because they didn't have any quarterbacks. But Trey Lance gets hurt week 2. And, he was out for the year with, I think, I want to say a torn ACL, but I'm not quite sure. So Jimmy G comes around. He does good. And, he gets hurt. So they are forced to go with Brock Purdy. And Brock Purdy's first start, everybody thinks the Bucs will take him. They don't. Brock Purdy becomes a starter. He's a starter this year. So offseason rolls around, everybody's wondering. One of the biggest questions of the offseason, will Trey Lance leave the team, request a trade, or, get traded? Or at least, and, kind of dies down a little bit. But then, 2 weeks ago, no, it's not 2 weeks ago. It'll be 2 weeks ago tomorrow. Basically, 2 weeks ago, the 49ers said, you know what? No, we're done. They got rid of Jimmy G. Brock Purdy played well enough. And they just flat out said that they were done. Trey Lance and trade him. Now, you're probably thinking to a quarterback needy team such as the Packers maybe. They need a quarterback. Not sure if Jordan Love's going to pan out. The Falcons, not sure if Desmond Ridder's going to pan out. Heck, maybe even the Titans, their quarterback room is crap. But where do they trade him to? The Cowboys. Shaking your head. Why would you trade him to the Cowboys? And then it clicked. Dak Prescott was tied for the most interceptions last season. And that might not be a shock, but he did it in 5 less games than I think Josh Allen. Sad. He tied for interception. And, he, again, fell to the Niners. He struggled in the Niners game. So, the move made sense, but it also didn't make sense because they had just extended Cooper Rush. And they let Will Greer go. And Dak Prescott is still up. So, me have wondered, Dak Prescott might not have long. Does he have long? Does he have a long time here, or is this his make or break year? And personally, I think Jerry Jones. All right, and I'm gonna say this: I think Jerry Jones is stupid enough to keep Dak on his roster for as long as humanly possible. I don't know how much longer Jerry Jones really has in the NFL because he's getting older, and eventually you're gonna sell your team because you don't want some bad owner to take over. I think he has a son. I think he'd give it to him probably. And it makes me wonder. So a 4th-round pick is not a lot. They traded up in the draft to the 3rd pick and selected him when I believe Fields was still on the board. Makes sense? No, it doesn't. So, Trey Lance, he's 3rd string. And he was 3rd string on the Niners. That's why he got traded. So there is kind of this point of emphasis, if I will. And here's my prediction. And here's my thoughts. My thoughts: Dak Prescott's going to be a star this year. There's just no way Jerry Jones gets rid of him, Jerry Jones loves the guy. It's kind of like, I don't want to try to think. It's kind of like how the Niners refused to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo for so long because he played good football. He led them to good games, and he made it to a Super Bowl. That Super Bowl is important because had he not made a Super Bowl, he probably wouldn't have been the starter. Let's be realistic. If they know Brock Purdy was going to shine in his starts, do you think Jimmy Garoppolo would have been the starter? Probably not. Think Trey Lance would have been the starter? Probably not. But you never know in today's NFL. Anything could happen, My thoughts are Trey Lance is not going to get any starting time. If that gets hurt like he did last year, Cooper Rush will fill in. And Cooper Rush has yet to get hurt on the Cowboys. And the only way Trey Lance was going to start is if he would have gotten traded before the preseason deadline. Or before the preseason ended. And maybe he could have battled for QB2. But he didn't. And he's just kind of sitting there, 3rd string. So it kind of makes me wonder, what are the Cowboys going to do with Trey Lance if he doesn't do anything this year? Personally, my thoughts, my prediction, Trey Lance stays with the Cowboys for 1 year. Gone. Goes to another team, 3rd string again, gone. It's just going to be like that his whole career. And maybe he'll get a few chances in there to start. And maybe he'll shine like Geno Smith did this season. But if not, goodbye.